been a long year. Very long year. So, well, it's April Fool's Day 2021. This COVID stuff is really crazy. I mean, really crazy. Oh. So, oh, I'm tired. And, like I said, it's just been crazy. People are still getting sick here in America. Um, my family's not doing so well. Um, toward the end of last year, I lost my grandpa West. My grandma's hearing, my grandma Charlene's hearing is going out. And I just gotta face it, but my grandparents aren't young anymore. Um, I could always remember Grandma Charlene like Christine. So, yeah. Um, like I said, I'm just a little tired and everything. So, um, back in December, shortly after Christmas, um, I got the minor version of the COVID. As you can see, I'm doing better. So, people said that they could get it twice. I hope not. And my mom wants me to take the vaccine. And I'm like, I got diabetes, I got asthma. She goes, people still get sick from the flu and die from the flu. I'm like, what's your point? So, welcome to whoever's watching. Um, it said, um, I just wanna get a shout out to Phantom Games. She helped me get started on Sims 4. Sorry. I know it's early, you guys, but I have one watcher already. So, like I said, welcome to the channel. Um, the date of my group, um, it's, it shows Anime Kingdom. We are still trying to get everything up and going. Trying to debate if I'm tired and want to go back to sleep or tired still waking up. Usually when I wake up, I have coffee, or tea. Um, I pick sometimes sausage, eggs. Basically a compete, complete. Oh my god, I'm tired. Wake up, Serena. Anyways, um, what do you do to wake up in the morning? Do you drink coffee? Do you drink soda? Sometimes I drink soda, depending on what I'm in the mood for. Um, do you have a hot chocolate? Sometimes that makes people go back to bed. Um, you know, one morning I fixed a half an onion, three red stew potatoes, eggs, and um, was it beef chunks? Like stewed beef chunks, and that made a good breakfast. It was basically like a taco wrap, but without or a taco burrito, uh, breakfast burrito, without the tortilla. It's like something you could put in a bowl and put ketchup on. Excuse me, that was rude. Sorry. And well, um, sorry. So there was that, or I could have done, without the potatoes, mix that. Um, if you want to make it like an actual breakfast burrito, I usually put bell peppers in it. I chop up bell peppers, you know, red, green, and um, yellow ones, or is there orange? Orange and yellow ones. I make a real good meal out of it. Oh my god, I use bell peppers in my breakfast. Sorry. So, you know, what do you normally eat for breakfast? Um, emotional. I'm trying to adjust that. There we go. Um, what do you have for breakfast? Do you sit down with your kids? Do you sit down with your family? Um, I think I might start going live for now on. This is like easier. um, you know, of course I'm going to have to get in the habit of getting up early anyways. It's like 1:55 a.m. right now. It's like I have to get used to that. Start having to get used to getting up early in the morning. Not this early in the morning though. Um, I would have to usually get up about like 3:30 just to make sure that my fiance has lunch to take with him and breakfast to eat. Oh, depending on in the mood what I want to fix is like I would sometimes make like fried egg sandwiches for breakfast and, put sliced cheese on there, warm up some bologna or whatever meat we have that's able to put on a sandwich, throw it on there. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have to start getting used to waking up in the morning for that because my fiance is a police officer and sometimes he works for the city, depending on where he's most needed at. Um, he loves his police job. I know it's tiring, but um, he he also works for the city, like cleaning, street gutters, cleaning the streets, making sure the water is purified, making sure there's no broken pipes in the ground or anywhere. He's also a reverend on Sundays, but I think his son is going to be taking over that from now on. I'm not really sure. Um, he owns like farm animals, horses and cows, and I got my own buffalo that he's trying to bring back to repopulate. Well, try to get more buffalo in there up in Canada. Um, Long distance relationship is hard, yes, but um, you know, it's a few raindrops between the relationships, right? So, like I was saying, I got my own buffalo. I got two cows. One's Crimson, and oh my gosh, he was such a butt when I first got him. He was underneath the babe's wing, I guess you could call it. My fiance made it where he can't have any babies anymore, so I feel kind of bad about that. It's supposed to be a pet, but he's such a sweetheart. And Crimson was a little pain in the butt until he got a calf under him. So, like, he had an adopted dad, and now he has adopted Bull, I think. Um, so, oh my gosh. Um, my fiance also got me a horse. He is a Clydesdale mix. I forgot what else he said he was, but he's painted, you know, black and white. His name is Domino. I love horses. I love animals, actually. Um, I have, I have a cat. My husband goes, well, fiance husband goes, oh, you have a dog now too. I'm like, yeah, I do, don't I? He goes, yes, you do. And then now he's got a puppy because his dog's getting old. His sniffer's out of whack. Um, The funny story about my fiance's dog is he was fixing meat in the kitchen. My fiance was like trying to get it ready for dinner, and here's Champ, sitting there going, just staring, licking his lips, looking at the meat, and going, and my fiance goes, "Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it at all." So this kitchen has two entrances. So he goes around from the side and comes up from behind, sneaks up to my fiance and gives out a loud bark. scares scares my husband to be, drops the steak and he runs off with it. Or tries to run off. I can't remember that part of the detail. Oh. And then one time my fiance came home late because, he had to work late, and Champ was trying to tell him, "Be quiet, there's kids sleeping, and I'm mad at you for coming home late." So he's like, very talkative. Whoa, whoa. And he goes, "I know I'm late. I'm sorry." He goes, "Oh, uh, hired kids. You'll learn to love them, including fur babies." That's what my husband and I call our pets, is fur babies. So I'm like, oh boy. Um, the reason I'm up is because I'm waiting for all my Sims updates to download. Um, First I had to wait for Origin to update, and now waiting for my game to update. Jesus. Ugh, cheese and crackers. And, it is, you know, things I would like to know is, like, what do you guys like to do for fun? Um, what's your favorite thing to fix for breakfast? What do you like to fix for meals? Um, my fi- my mm, my fiance. Sorry, my lips are so dry they just don't want to cooperate. My fiance is Japanese American, so I have to figure out, what kind of meals I could fix. Like, you know, sometimes I could probably fix like baked potato, put fixings on the side so that, he could just throw it in the microwave and heat it up and fix it up himself or something. Or, um, sometimes even a steak might do for lunch, or just, you know, go, "Hey, let's go out for lunch." I mean, that would be awesome, you know. If you're wondering where my ring is, I need to fix it. The band broke right here, so I need to find a way to fix it, like either Gorilla Glue or, find like a little welding pen or something. Um, I wore it all the time, so it got worn down to thin. So I mean, I could wear the other bands. It's just, you know, there's three bands that come. It's a three-parter. There's like two bands on top of it, and then there's the middle part. But the middle part broke, so you can, by the looks of it, you would be able to tell that, you know. So I'm like, where's the Gorilla Glue? I'm gonna have to use that for right now. So um eventually I will get. Oh, welcome, person number two. Um, if you want, you could type in the thing. You know, type in the chat if you want. Uh, someone came and left. Okay. Um, please type if you want. Um, and no, I'm not going to be like the others, like asking for donations or anything. But you know, I mean, you're supposed to do this for people who are watching, not just because you want to get money from it. It's rude. Another update. Uh, Sorry, my Origins letting me know that I got more updates, or you know, someone responding to my quote earlier on Origin. So, but anyways, so you know, hold on. Oh, that's a little full. Okay. Anyways, if you want to go back and watch it later, you know, you can. Um, whatever you missed. But I still haven't figured out how to share screen of what I'm doing on my laptop. But I'll figure that out once I get a hold of Phantom Games. Um, she's basically a sister from another mother. Um, you know, her and I were very close. Um, she does a whole bunch of challenges. I will put her name in the quote down below, you know, like in the information down below. You know, once I edit and yeah. Um, but like I said, back in December, I got COVID. You know, that was like I was like I'm homebound, so my roommate left to go to work, and she works at a place where kids go and yeah. So one of the kids came in. They had COVID. They didn't know about it. Um. So, uh, my roommate came home with it. I go like, really? And everyone was like, "Did you get tested? Did you get tested?" No, I don't. Didn't have to get tested. Um, I went to the hospital for something else. I think it was my MRSA on my right breast. No, it was for MRSA on my lip. It was so swollen, I could barely, um, I could barely talk, and it was so sore. You know, it started out like a pimple or ingrown zit or something like that, like ingrown hair or something. And then it got worse. And so, yeah, I ended up having MRSA on my lip. I was like, okay, since it's coming out, maybe I could go home. They were keeping me because of my blood sugar. I'm like, seriously, dude. I didn't take my medicine. So, um, I have diabetes. It was a minor COVID illness. So the major one is where some people die, some people don't. I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm like, my family's like, how do you know you got it? I'm like, because my roommate came home with it. That's the only way I could get it. Sure enough, they shoved something down my nose, and I'm like, "Bleh." Sure enough, I was tested positive for COVID, and I'm like, great. Now what else can happen? Then my mom and I got in a fight, and every time I'm on a Facebook chat with my mom's side of the family, I feel like I don't belong there because I feel like I get attacked. I feel like you know an outcast. So I tell my fiance, and he's like, "Well, honey, I don't know what to tell you except for I'm here for you, and our son is too." And I'm like, yeah, he is. He's been a good friend, and know, he's been sweet. He is such an angel. Our son is. Um, he doesn't like to talk about it much because it hurts him. But the person he trusted the most was his biological mom, and she betrayed that trust. I, I heard from him how his mom treated him. You don't treat your child like that. I probably said it before on some of my videos, but his mom was into drugs, and for her to get more drugs, she used him as payment. They would have intimacy with him, and it was usually unwillingly, of course. Poor guy. And sometimes he was asleep. She would tie him to his bed and, you know, rape him. She got 4 kids out of 5 kids out of it. They're all born at the same time. Not quadruplets, but not septuplets, but the one in between. Um, 3 boys, 2 girls. Um, they're all completely healthy except for one. He was born deaf, so he couldn't really hear what was going on. And it probably would be muffled in his ear, but he couldn't really hear because he had no ear holes inside of his eardrums. But, um, so couldn't handle it anymore. So there were only 2 or 3. His mom a collection of the kids and many counts of rape. So our son, he's verbally adopted son. I mean, my fiance would have adopted him, able to. Um, my fiance knew him one at the time, and this this kid kept coming in after school. His dad was nice. Sometimes, was hurt by somebody. you know, he would. Uh, um, he's like, okay, I think it was a stab gun, but no, and she kept on telling him that I'm learning Spanish. and he knows Julie. I'd ask him if how they meet, but I don't want to open up that can of worms to him. Like I said, he's a sweet guy. Me and my fiance, mom, dad too, so he's okay with it. Um, up to his dad and took him and threw him in the ditch. Leave him when he did a DNA test, he found out that his siblings were actually his kids. And so he on his way out there, going on almost 10 years back. So um, he left for war in Iraq. I could not sleep. I could not eat. No way. So apparently, a lot of rumors were going around of hearing about each other. So um, it would have been nice for them to meet on better. Go. Oh, welcome to war. Thanks for your help. You know, Canada has helped America's any credit for it. But yet, oh, come on, YouTube. Thank you. Anyways, it's like, that's just the wrong with the world these days. It's like, yeah, we'll come and help. But wait, where's our credit for helping? And gave my history teacher song of 1814. Yeah. Um. Also, on some of my other channels, I will be eating and cooking and you know depending on how everything. So it might be. I don't know. That's still up in the air. Um. But if you go, um, if you have any questions, I can answer some answers. Curious about me, I can, the world out there, these stars, as my grandpa says. Um, when I was young lad, street with her siblings, Yeah, my grandpa Charles, my uh, great uncle, and my great aunt Mary Ellen. Um, she was hit by a car, and I can relate to losing a sister. Um, so many loss in this world. I felt like I could connect to those who their family during COVID, any kind of any kind of any kind of illness. It got so bad that there was just too much of it, and they didn't want to do any more damage on his brain than had to be. So my stepmom stopped the treatments, and she thought,